What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 100. That's right, 100 of the Monday Night War.
You didn't need to swear. It's a big episode.
That's his gimmick now. He swears.
Right, restart. We'll go again.
No, you can't restart it.
Restart it.
No, this is our big episode.
You said we couldn't swear on it.
I don't care. This is episode 100, guys.
Episode 100 of the Monday Night War save. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is my bestest best buddy, Jmack Gaming. And we've got a special guest.
Didn't even give me enough time to talk.
Shut up, Jmack. Get in the back. Your time is over.
We have a special.
We got a new Jmack Gaming around here, boys.
We have a special guest today. He is, of course, our bestest buddy, 370 Gaming. 370, how are you today?
I am, I mean, after we booked this Nitro, I'll be doing something, but I'm doing okay in general.
This is going to be, we've got a banging show for all of you, so put some pants on and get ready, because this is going to be insane, brother.
Who's watching these without pants?
I always watch them without pants. I record them without pants, too.
Solid.
All right. I'm ready when you are.
Let's run it. Let's get it over with.
All right. So 370 wanted his one pre-show match to start the show, start us off. So we're starting off hot. An extremely short pre-show match. The Barbarian defeated Brutus Booty Cake in 412 with the kick of fear.
Listen, you have to warm up the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You can't just give them, can't give them the big stars right off the bat.
No, I agree.
Yeah, the Barbarian destroying Booty Cake has got to be the way to go.
Do you think 15,452 people at Madison Square Garden were chanting Booty Cake during that match?
I think you heard Booty Cake, and then there was just a big, deep decibel voice. Sucks! The kids love them, but,
the kids love booty.
The kids wanted to be Booty Cake for Halloween.
Mom, I want some booty cake.
Booty Cake.
Booty Cake. They make sure you ain't booty. All right. And another pre-show match, because this had to get bumped because we were on a time crunch. 6 defeated Chavo Guerrero, Shannon Moore, Alex Wright, Conan, and Christopher Daniels, when 6 defeated Shannon Moore with a tombstone. So this match was going to be for the number 1 contendership, but because the title match hasn't happened, it is not.
Well, Shannon Moore debuting his Teen Idol gimmick.
Got above average. Maybe we'll start some 5 count soon.
Ooh.
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 All right. Ooh-wee. And then, in a match that had a decent pre-show match, Buff Bagwell defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 7:35 with the Yellow Jacket suplex.
It's just Warrior?
Yep.
Mostly because Buff Bagwell turned in his notice for his WCW contract. He wants out of this. So WWF snatched him up and signed him. So
And when Ahmed left, J-Mac put him over. So you know what? I will put Buff Bagwell over.
By putting him on a pre-show.
Basically. And then our main event for the pre-show, because that son of a bitch Buff Bagwell ain't main eventing. Tommy Dreamer and Sabu defeated Chris Kanyon and Davey Boy when Tommy Dreamer defeated Chris Kanyon with a pile driver. Lots of pile drivers, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Big fan of the pile driver.
Big fan.
All right. She's getting the shot with an 100% angle.
The go fuck yourself storyline is advanced.
Here's what happens. Macho Man comes down to the ring with his world title and he says, "Ooh, yeah."
That's original.
Last week, the Macho Man defeated my opponent. And then the Big Show defeated Sting. And I was the referee. And my back was turned. And Sting attacked me. I thought it was Sting, but it wasn't Sting. It was the Big Show. And god damn it, the motherfucker Jump Randy Savage will. Oh yeah, I'm an angry, angry man, and you know my veins are pulsing, my arms are fuming, and the rocket fuel is gonna shoot on through the 100th episode of Nitro. Oh yeah. So Big Show, I hope you're ready because I drank the Kool-Aid of power and I feel like I'm on a whole different level. Oh yeah. And Big Show comes down to the ring and says, I don't know what the hell you just said to me, but I was able to pull a fast one on Sting and get myself this match. And after I destroy you, I'm walking into Halloween Havoc, the world champion. Savage cuts him off and says, oh no! There will only be one man walking out of the 100th episode of the Monday Night Wars and the world champion, and it's the Macho Man. And then kicks Big Show right in the balls.
Damn.
And takes his title and holds high as the crowd cheers.
Nice.
What do you think of that angle, boys?
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm at a loss for words.
I'm speechless.
That's awesome.
I feel as if Randy Savage used all the words in my vocabulary, so I've got nothing else.
Let's just move on.
All right, and then about that decent wrestling but little heat.
They have
Scott
great
Norton.
chemistry.
Yes!
Oh.
This
That's
was my
awesome.
most anticipated match.
Ron Killings lost to Scott Norton in 7:44 with a power bomb, and Scott Norton makes defense number 3 of the WCW Hardcore title. So Scott Norton celebrates in the ring, and all of a sudden the Nation's music hits, and Big Daddy V jumps him from behind.
Yeah,
And it was all
Buffy?
not because Big Daddy V pins him afterwards and wins the WCW Hardcore title.
Oh man.
Tragic.
I mean, not if you're a Big Daddy V fan.
Yeah.
So we go backstage. Chef Psychosis and Jushin Thunder Liger have their waffles and pancakes stand up, and they're treating everybody in the back to the 100th episode pancakes.
Man.
They've got 100 chocolate chips in each pancake. They're quite delicious. The Hardy
like
Boys are enjoying
Really
some.
bad for you.
Chef Psychosis asks Matt, so Matt, what do you think of the pancakes? And he says, wonderful! Yes! And Chef says, are you okay, Matt? And Matt's like, yeah, I'm just hungry. I get weird when I'm hungry. And so they're enjoying the pancakes. And Jeff is like, yo, Jushin, can you pass me the syrup? And Jushin hands him the syrup and gives it to him. But the syrup is so slippery that it slips out of his hands and gets on the floor. And the Blue Bloods are walking to go enjoy some tea, and they slip on the syrup, and they stumble. And William Regal gets back up and says, who's the dead motherfucker who dropped the syrup on the floor? And then they look over and they see that, the Hardy Boys and, the Breakfast Club are laughing that they fell. And that doesn't sit too well with the New Bloods. Finlay walks up and says, I love to fight. And Steven says, yes, Fitz, I too enjoy a nice fisticuff. Let's show these wankers what for. And then, Jushin and Chef, they get in the middle and they're like, listen, can't we just settle this over some pancakes? And then they go, do you two like pancakes? And Fitz says, I love to fight. And they said, how about we fight down to pancakes? So Chef Psychosis, he goes and he grabs them some pancakes, and he says, these are Irish pancakes, and they've got Lucky Charms on them. And so Fit goes, oh, I love Lucky Charms. And he goes, he's enjoying his pancakes. And Steven Regal is not amused. He actually, if you look at that face he's making, that's the face he's making in this entire time. He's had enough. So he goes and he gets some mates. And Bubba Ray and Devon show up. And, they've had enough because they're bullies. And they push Chef Psycho down. And he falls on the floor, and Jushin, he's like, what the? That's my friend. So Jushin pushes Bubba, and Bubba ain't having it. So Bubba says, how about you four meet the four of us later on tonight, and we'll fight, and we'll duke it out like men. And they all walk away, and Chef Psychosis holds up a plate of pancakes and says, Does that mean breakfast is over and we go to commercial?
All of a sudden, Chef Psychosis and Jushin Thunder Liger excellent at speaking English.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of that. Don't worry.
I mean,
How long was that promo?
Too long.
and about that subpar wrestling in Little Heat, the Hardy Boys and the Breakfast Club defeat the Dudley Boys and the New Bloods when Matt Hardy defeated Devon with a flying leg drop. And Jushin was head and shoulders above everybody else. Of course he was. After the match, they enjoyed pancakes with the audience.
Jushin was a 70 and everyone else.
You see, after the match, Bobby Eaton has pushed their pancake truck down the ramp and was giving the crowd some Eggo waffles to enjoy.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, what good faces.
That's what you get when you pay for a front row ticket to Nitro.
That damn
Pancakes.
right.
Pancakes and waffles.
And so we go to our first match of the night for the the first round of the U.S. Championship tournament. And about that superb wrestling and great heat, Dean Malenko defeated Bret Hart in 10:06 with a Texas Cloverleaf. So here's what happened. If you remember last week, Scott Hall was enjoying a hot dog in catering, and he went to squeeze the ketchup, and he squeezed the bottle too hard, and the ketchup got all over Bret Hart, and Bret was just had enough. So then Bret Hart, he got rough, and he got violent with Scott Hall. So during this match, they're in the middle of the match. Bret Hart's about to put on the sharpshooter, and then all of a sudden Scott Hall's music plays. Bret looks over confused, and Scott Hall is pushing a hot dog cart with hot dogs in his hand, and he's giving the crowd who paid for the ticket hot dogs. So there's this child that has Eggo waffles in one hand and a hot dog in the other.
Jesus.
And Bret Hart gets distracted, and then, which allows Dean Malenko to put the Texas Cloverleaf on him and makes him tap, and embarrasses Bret Hart on the 100th episode of the Monday Night Wars, episode. So, perfect. Dean Malenko, what's on?
About food, fam.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
go
still
to
thinking about
commercial.
pancakes.
Chris Jericho comes down to the ring. He's got some cotton candy in his hand, and he walks
Damn it.
over to this little
What?
kid
Fucking
has
food,
Eggo
every
waffles in one hand and hot dogs in the other, and he says, "Hey, do you want some cotton candy?" The kid says yes, and he takes the cotton candy and whips it into the crowd so the kid can't have any. He then takes his Eggo waffles and his hot dogs, and he scarfs them down. The kid starts crying. Chris Jericho laughs at him. He then gets in the ring, and if you remember from last week, he stole Goldberg's television title. And he gets in the ring and he grabs the microphone and he says, "I am Chris Jericho, and this is the television title." Now I know what you're saying. This title belongs to Goldberg. Well, Goldberg said when he won this title that he would defend it every single Nitro against anybody. So Goldberg, you want your title back? Then you need to get in this ring right now, and you need to beat Chris Jericho, because I am the greatest wrestler WCW has. I am Monday Nights. I am the greatest. I am the best in the world at what I do. Do you all understand what I'm saying to you, or are you just a bunch of stupid idiots? And then he then calls out Goldberg. Goldberg's music hits, but alas, it is not Goldberg. It is we'll go to the next segment.
Gilbert.
It is Gilberg.
Oh.
Gilberg, ladies and gentlemen. Gilberg comes down to the ring, and Chris Jericho, he's treating this like it's actually Goldberg. He gets in the ring, and he starts, he's ready. Gilbert gets in the ring, he runs at him, gives him a code breaker, puts in the lion salt, makes him tap in a minute 17. Chris Jericho wins. He then grabs the microphone and he says, "I beat Goldberg. I ended the streak. I am the man. I am the television champion. I'm the best." And Goldberg's music hits, and the actual Goldberg comes out, and he's ready to fight. But before he can say anything, he gets jumped by Sid Vicious and Lex Luger. I've had it up to here with Goldberg. So Vicious and Luger double powerbomb him through the announce table next to the ramp. Goldberg goes down. They need to bring in paramedics. Chris Jericho holds the television title high as Luger and Vicious stand beside him. happy because their foe has been vanquished. What does this mean for Goldberg in the IC title, boys?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I gotta keep tuning in to find out.
But don't worry, the UGG storyline has advanced and gained
The UGG
keys.
story.
But let's just continue.
Let's.
Oh, fuck.
And then a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Kidman defeated Rey Mysterio with a shooting star press. Kidman makes defense number 1 of his Cruiserweight title.
Wow,
Attaboy,
79.
Yeah. 79. Kidman.
Pretty good.
The man.
Kidman.
Kidman. Kidman.
All right. So we go backstage and we see
I am Kidman.
oh no, Kidman.
The state of this promo, right?
We see Big Daddy V holding his newly won hardcore title, and all of a sudden, Low D, Riggs, Sick Boy, and Hammer all circle around Big Daddy V, and they say, "Listen, Raven, and Ben Benoit, they have beef.
Incredible. Don't forget
They have beef. We have beef with these guys. If we can team up and pin Big Daddy V, we could all be the hardcore champion."
Oh.
So that's what Low D says. Riggs and Sick Boy look at him and go, "Yes," and then they all run in. And Hammer doesn't say anything. And they all run in and start just attacking Big Daddy V. Big Daddy V, as they're running, he takes Sick Boy, flips him in the air, and power bombs him onto the floor. He then double big boots, and still manages to stay standing. And he big boots the other two. And then he picks up Low D. He slings him over his shoulders. But Low D wiggles out because Low D is a weasel. And but then Ice Train, Cat Miller, and Rod Killings ran in to finish the job. And the Nation was able to retain the hardcore title in this segment.
Nice.
Nice indeed. All right. We go to our second match of the IC title tournament. And or not the IC title, the US title. The IC title is on that other show that we're not going to talk about. And in that match, it was a superb match. Curt Hennig defeated Scott Hall with the Hennig Plex. During that match, Scott Hall, he's about to hit his finishing move, and then all of a sudden, Bret Hart's music hits. And Scott Hall looks down the ring and sees a hot dog stand, but there's no hot dog stand. There's no guy manning it, just a hot dog stand. And then Bret Hart, from the opposite side of the crowd, punches Scott Hall right in the face, right in the back of the head. Scott Hall falls. And then the ref is like, "You can't do that." And Bret's like, "I'll
can't
do it." And he just punches the ref right in the stomach. And then runs out of the ring. And Curt Hennig, was able to get the pinfall after he hits that Plex. So, yeah, Curt Hennig advancing to the tournament. About time he got some wins. Am I right, Jmack?
Right.
What about you, 370?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn straight.
Damn straight.
So now we go back to this angle, and Mike Awesome's being interviewed by some random interviewer about his about last week and how he just couldn't get the job done. And Mike Awesome was like, "Yeah, I left ECW, thought I'd do really well here, and I just can't seem to buy some wins. There's just I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what Mike Awesome is all about." And then all of a sudden he realizes behind him that 70s show is on. So he looks and he's watching that 70s show, and he's like, "That's a really good show." And Disco Inferno walks by and says, "Yeah, that is a good show. I've got an idea." And he takes Mike Awesome, and they walk away. We'll have to see what's happening there. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
So,
I was worried that 70s show wasn't actually on at that time. It was.
It was.
It was like 2 months before the scheduled date, so you just got it there.
The first 5 episodes of that.
kayfabe, brother. All right. So the announcers are hyping up their next match, and then Scott Steiner shows up, and he's like, "I don't give a fucking damn shit about this match."
Oh no.
Fucking damn shit.
He says, "The fact that Scott Steiner was not booked to compete or even speak in this show is horse shit." So he says, "So Bischoff and Zabisco won't let me my thing with the biggest arm.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
Well, Scott
It's getting too
Steiner. And then he says, put the video on. And then everyone looks, and there's a thing, and it says #Steiner shoots.
Oh, shit.
There's the first episode of the new WCW talk show, Steiner Shoots. And then he says, now I want to talk about all the things happening in WCW that we don't care about. He says, foremost, I want to talk about that guy from the Rocky movies who thinks his arms are bigger than the big bad booty daddy. He says, Rocky, I could take you on in this ring anytime I wanted, and I could pop your head like a pimple with my brother. He says, another thing I want to talk about is the Cruiserweights. Why do we care about the Cruiserweights? Why were there so many on TV, but the big bad booty daddy can't even get his spot? It's plain horse. It's plain horseshit, and Scott Steiner has had enough. And referee comes out, and he's just like, you come near me again, I'll go to your house and have sex with your wife. Another ref comes in, and he's like, I've already had sex with your wife.
Jesus Christ.
And then another ref comes in, and he says, I've seen your wife. I would never go near your wife.
Oh, man.
And eventually they're able to usher Scott Steiner out, and they're wondering, who gave him a microphone. But then Scott pushes him down and says, Scott Steiner isn't done yet. The first episode of Steiner Shoots He says that the next Sunday at the pay-per-view, the Havoc, the Halloween Havoc, Scott Steiner is going to have another Steiner Shoots, and it's going to end with Steiner shooting at somebody in the ring, but in the match way, I'm going to get the 1, 2, 3, bitch. He throws the microphone down and stomps to the back.
Jesus.
Jeez, man.
So, Steiner Shoots is in the books. So they go to commercial. Mike today apologizes, and then Hulk Hogan's music hits, and Hulk picks up the microphone and says, Hulk gets in the ring and says, well, I don't know what that was all about, brother. And then he says, but to be honest, Scott Steiner did make a really valid point when he was talking about Sylvester Stallone. You see, Sylvester Stallone thinks he can handle being in the wrestling ring with the likes of Kevin Nash, with the likes of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, brother. Sylvester Stallone doesn't know who he's dealing with. He's dealing with the NWO. He's dealing with the greatest professional wrestler in this business, Hulk Hogan, brother. Stallone, I'm not scared of you. I've never been scared of you. And you're making all these people think that I'm scared of you. I'm Hulk goddamn Hogan. And last week I warned you to stay in Hollywood. I warned you to keep making your dumb, horrible Rocky movies. I told you to keep doing what you were doing there, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing here. And we won't have to. Our paths won't have to cross, Jack. And you didn't listen to me. You didn't. You were on Good Morning America. You were on Regis and Kelly. You were on all these talk shows, bad-mouthing Hulkamania, brother. Well, you know what, Stallone? This is the 100th episode of the Monday Night Wars save. There have been 50 episodes of WCW that has been better than WWF every single week.
Damn.
And Hulk Hogan has been in every single one of them. Where have you been, Sylvester Stallone? You've been nowhere. You've been over in Hollywood making bad Cobra movies. Well, you know what? I've had enough. I'm calling out the best star WCW has, and I want them to come out in the ring, and I'm going to destroy them and send a message to Sylvester Stallone. Bring them out. And Hollywood Hulk Hogan defeats Jim Duggan 451 with the Axe Bomber.
Makes that angle a lot better.
Yes.
Hollywood Jim Duggan, brother.
Hollywood Jim Duggan.
So then after the match, Hollywood Hulk Hogan is celebrating in the ring. He grabs a microphone and says, "Jim Duggan, you put on one hell of a
piece of shit.
You pushed me to my limits. Who am I kidding? I didn't break a goddamn sweat taking on Jim Duggan because I'm Hulk Hogan, and nobody can hold a candle to me. Nobody. Not Jim Duggan, not Sting, not Ric Flair, not Scott Hall, not The Rock, not Stone Cold, not anybody, not Apollo Creed, not Dolph Lundgren, and especially, and at this point, Sylvester Stallone is right behind Hulk Hogan, especially not that worthless, dumb, ugly, talentless has-been Hollywood hack Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone pushes him around and knocks him out cold. Hogan falls, and the crowd pop. They're like, "Oh my God!" Mike Tenay even says on TV, "Oh my God, it's finally happening!" And Sylvester Stallone rips off his Hollywood suit, and he gets to his corner, and he's like, come on, Hulk, come on!" And then the locker room spew out to stop this from happening. Mainly NWO members. Sylvester Stallone just keeps punching them all, trying to get to Hogan. Hogan eventually gets to his feet, and Horace Hogan runs into the ring to help his uncle. And so at this point, Stallone's had enough. So he runs, does that thing where you jump and you wind up to punch from the air, right? Kind of like a Roman Reigns punch. And Hulk just pushes Horace in front of him, and Horace just eats the punch. And Hulk is able to sneak away through the crowd.
Oh.
So once again, Hulk Hogan escapes Sylvester Stallone. And in a bout that had good wrestling and decent wrestling from the crowd, the Harlem Heat defeat Raven and Chris Benoit in 951 when Booker T defeated Chris Benoit with a missile dropkick and make defense number 1 of their tag team titles. So Ric Flair then comes out. And,
oh no!
Oh no!
Like
Dave Hebner does not look happy to tell me that.
I mean, to be fair, Booker T just came back from injury. Maybe that's the kayfabe reason why he's on paper.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that's it.
Yeah, but Raven and Benoit are not going to be happy about that.
You're not wrong there. I'm not happy about it. So Booker T is like...
I think the nation just have fucking a bad luck. Ahmed gets hurt as soon as he wins the belt. Boss quits because of Ron Killings. Booker T...
is high on painkillers after winning the title. So Stevie Ray, leaves the ring.
New XWO.
Stevie Ray leaves the ring and is like, where the fuck is Booker T? And Booker T is looking off into the crowd with a glazed over look, holding his title high and saying, when are we defending these titles, sucker? And Ric Flair jumps him from behind and starts punching himself in the face until blood starts gushing. And he says, Booker T, you think you can put down the Nature Boy? Halloween Havoc? I don't care about those damn tag team titles. I'm a 16-time world champion. And Halloween Havoc, it's gonna be you versus me in a last man standing match. Woo!
Oh,
and
damn.
then put Booker T in a figure 4. And Booker T starts on the leg he just injured is freaking out. Maybe that's why he's on painkillers. And then Stevie Ray runs in and Ric Flair low blows him and then puts him in a figure 4 lock as well.
Oh,
damn.
And then we go to commercial.
It's out of control.
And then we go back and Ric Flair still has them in the figure 4 leg locks. They went through an entire commercial. We were able to finally separate them and restore order just in time for this global title match. And then a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Eddie Guerrero defeated Yuji Nagata in 5:46 when Yuji Nagata was disqualified when Diamond Dallas Page ran in and attacked Eddie Guerrero. So, basically, here's what happens, all right? So, as we all know, Eddie Guerrero pushed Diamond Dallas Page into oncoming traffic. So, right in the middle of this match, Eddie Guerrero is wrestling Yuji Nagata, and all of a sudden, Diamond Dallas Page walks out. Only he doesn't look good. All right, his shirt is askewed. His hair is all messy. He's got blood stains on his jeans. He's got like 2 black eyes. And he walks down to the ring, and Eddie looks as if he has seen a ghost. Eddie's stunned, and Diamond Dallas just looks at him and just starts cracking his knuckles and walking to the ring. And then Eddie Guerrero, gets out of the ring and runs after him, and DDP just stops him and just starts slugging away at him. Yuji Nagata runs in, starts slugging away at Eddie Guerrero too. It's just turns going back and forth on Eddie. Eventually, that does lead to a disqualification. Which at that point, Yuji Nagata's just pissed because he lost. So then Yuji Nagata attacks Diamond Dallas Page.
Damn.
And the two of them are brawling all over the arena, brother. This 100th episode is getting quite chaotic.
Oh yeah, that was it. Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, Mike Tenay, seeing this brawl happening in the crowd, says, we're going to take you backstage now. And he pointed him backstage for an interview, only the interview turned into a brawl as well, as right before Bret Hart was about to say something, you hear, "Hey, yo!" And then Scott Hall starts brawling with Bret Hart all over backstage. What do you think of this, brother? Chaos.
So much shit going on.
This is an unsafe work environment.
No wonder why Buff wants to leave. Oh yeah, the money shot storyline has advanced.
Shot.
No wonder why everybody's getting hurt here.
Oh yeah, here.
You gotta be high on painkillers.
So finally, we go back to commercial. Everything's calm. They went to commercial. They went to an emergency commercial break. They come back.
Ted Turner looked lost up there.
Where am I? What's going on?
The hell is this?
So they go to commercial. They come back. Bischoff is in the ring, and he's like, "This 100th episode is completely out of control." He was like, "And I'm sick of it. And as the guy who's in charge..." Oh, hang on, my mic fell out.
Oh no! Oh.
And as a guy sick and tired of being undermined and is sick of his company being made into a funhouse, I am taking it upon myself to get things back in order so we can have this world title match. And then Larry Zbyszko comes out and says, "Fucking Bischoff, the only thing you've done is bring madness and pandemonium to this company. Ever since the NWO has stepped in, you've done nothing but bully people, and you have ruined the company that I love." And he takes off his headset in that picture and he throws it to the ground. "And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all this shit. You book a match, then I book a match, then you book a match, then I book a match. Bischoff, there's only room here for one match booker here, and it's Zbyszko." And Bischoff looks at him and says, "Larry, the only reason you even have a job is because Ted Turner feels sorry for you."
Oh
Oh
no!
man.
This is my company, my show. I'm booking it. We have the best roster in the world because of me. The NWO made WCW. We were nothing. There wouldn't even be a Monday Night War if it wasn't for me. And they go back and forth, and then Ted Turner comes out.
Looking lost as fuck.
As fuck.
I don't think he meant to come out. He just stumbled. He's looking for the office.
Accidentally.
Ted Turner comes out and says, "Is this the board meeting?" Bischoff's like, "Mr. Turner, sir, I'm so happy to see you. What brings you out here to the 100th episode of the Monday Night Wars?"
I don't know.
What the hell are you talking about?
Ted Turner's like, "Who are you?" Ted Turner says, one thing I do agree with is that I'm sick and tired of you two going back and forth trying to one-up each other. I'm sick and tired of the bias between both of you. Not just one, both of you. I'm sick and tired of my show being made a mockery of. I'm sick and tired of wrestlers fighting other wrestlers backstage. They need to fight each other in the ring, which I needed help to fight.
Fuck. I don't know why that's funny.
I'm sick and tired of people coming to me and saying, why aren't I booked to compete? Why are my spots being taken by two guys who wear masks that make pancakes? I'm sick and tired of it. So I got to thinking, this show isn't big enough for Bischoff and Zbyszko. This show isn't big enough for all of our very talented wrestlers on the WCW roster, which is why I'm using this episode, the 100th episode, to make the biggest announcement in Nitro WCW history. We are going to have a brand split in Bischoff and Zbyszko.
Ooh.
What? Ted Turner says, that's right. And it's going to take place after World War III. After World War III, we are going to have a draft. And we're going to have two brands. One brand is going to be Nitro. The other brand is going to be Thunder. All right? Now, those brands are going to have general managers managing those brands. Bischoff and Zbyszko are looking at each other like, oh, okay. And he says, and I know what you're all wondering. Who's going to be the general manager of those shows? Well, one of you is going to manage Nitro. The other one isn't going to manage anything.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Swerve!
Swerve! Vince
The other
Russo
one
comes out.
is going to be fired.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
You two need to settle this the way you're supposed to settle it in wrestling.
The backstage brawl.
We're going to wrestle. But not you two. We've seen you two
Pancake
wrestle.
apple.
We don't want to see it again. You both are going to pick a wrestler, and they're going to face off at World War III. And the winner of that match is going to become the general manager of Nitro. Now, as far as the general manager of Thunder goes, don't you worry, I have a general manager. And I'm going to reveal it at a later day.
Oh, man.
Now, somebody help me get back to the locker room. Because I don't know how.
Don't know where I am.
And Tony Schiavone gets out and he walks to Turner.
Figures Shivani has to do it.
So, big blockbuster announcement. What do you guys think of that?
I'm genuinely curious.
Where did you
as
come up with the
Thunder-
name
yeah,
Thunder for the other brand?
That's true.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder.
Ted Turner. What are you gonna do? You know? So,
All right. So, that happens. Everyone's shocked.
Yep.
But we have a show to do. You know, the show must go on. And we have a main event. And we're going to do that main event right now. And at about that fantastic heat and great wrestling, Randy Savage defeated The Big Show in 12:24. And Randy Savage makes defense number 4 of his WCW World Heavyweight title.
Nice.
Nice.
the
He was
fuck
off his
yourself
game.
storyline.
Go fuck yourself.
Naturally, of course. So, Randy Savage is celebrating with his title. And he's celebrating with Elizabeth. And he's celebrating with all of the Macho Maniacs
Oh man.
on the 100th episode of the Monday Night Wars save. And then all of a sudden the lights go off. And the crowd pops because they know Sting is here to get his comeuppance after Randy Savage cost Sting his shot at the world title. You know, and Big Show did too, but Savage was the one who really did it. And the lights go back on, and Elizabeth is nowhere to be seen. Savage is looking around. Elizabeth, where'd you go? And he's looking around. He doesn't know where she is, and all of a sudden, on the Titantron, Elizabeth is saying, you know, Randy, Randy, and he looks up, And he's like, where'd you go? Where are you? And he's pissed at this point because he doesn't know where she went. And all of a sudden you hear, and all of a sudden it pans out and Sting's behind her, and he says, Randy, 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 you cost me an opportunity at the world title. I did nothing wrong. Big Show was the one who hit you with a pipe. Big Show was the one that cheated, and you thought it was me? I have never cheated a day in my life, Randy. That title meant more to me than that. This company means more to me than that. And Randy, I thought you meant more to me than that, but it's clear to me that I misplaced my trust in you. So you took something from me, so I'm taking something from you. And then he says, at Halloween Havoc, I will get my match. It will be Randy Savage versus Sting for the world title. And just in case you try to get out of it, well, maybe you just won't ever see your precious Elizabeth again.
Oh, shit.
And Elizabeth starts freaking the fuck out.
For real.
Like, she's just like, oh, damn, Randy.
Oh, damn,
Oh,
Randy.
damn.
As she's getting abducted, could you imagine saying those 3 words? Oh, damn, Randy.
Randy.
Make him
So-
stop.
So Randy rips off his sunglasses, or his macho glasses, to show
That'll
he's
show him.
someplace,
Kept him on this whole time.
and he throws him to the crowd. And he takes his title, and he sets it down, and Randy's had enough. So Randy starts booking it backstage, and Sting says, we're not here, Randy. You're not going to see us. You're going to have to wait until Sunday. Halloween Havoc, that's when you're going to see me. You got another whole week, buddy. You might as well... at this point, Randy's not even there. He's like, okay, have fun. All right, Elizabeth. And then he, takes Elizabeth, and he, pushes her off screen. And then, she starts trying to struggle to get help, and Sting's like, nope, you're not getting away.
I don't
He
like
says,
this.
I need to get my title match. And then he just looks at the screen, and he does that. You know when, in TNA, when he was, Joker Sting, and he was, did that, that's, weird, he does that. And then the screen goes off. Randy's gone. No one knows where he went. And Big Show gets back
Still
to his
in the
feet,
ring.
sees the world title placed upon his feet. And he takes the world title, he slings it over his shoulder, and he walks away.
Damn.
And that is how we end Nitro. Just
Don't
kidding.
worry, Randy and Sting are on a team.
But don't worry, because we have a dark match.
Let's forget everything that just happened.
Cameras are off now, brother. It's all good.
It was an exceptional post-show match. Scott Hall, Sylvester Stallone, Randy Savage, Sting, and Raven defeated Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Bret Hart, and The Big Show, and Booker T when Sylvester Stallone defeated Hulk Hogan with the Rocky right hand. And then after the match,
Booker
Randy
T is probably going to be
Savage
high on
took second.
painkills again.
All right. And then that is...
Oh, no!
Oh, man.
You're going to piss off everyone.
Oh, no. Booker, why? All right. That was Nitro. What's our rating?
How the fuck did that beat me?
Because it was a great show, brother.
I am genuinely pissed off.
It's a 3-hour Nitro.
The fuck?
Maybe I should make all my Nitros 3 hours.
Oh, crap.
Oh, God.
Oh,
You can
no.
start booking them and recording them yourself.
All right, guys. Now that is gonna do it for the 100th episode of the Monday Night War Save. Before we go, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking with this series. Thanks for subscribing, mainly to Jmack. Thanks
Thanks,
for
guys.
thanks for sticking with us through our not as consistent schedule. And I know, at least for me, and I know Justin too, but I'm not going to speak for him. I'll let him speak for himself. But I know I have had an awesome time making these, and it has literally been like the thing I look forward to some weeks, to just do this and put this out for you guys to watch. So I know, at least for me, that it's been awesome, and I can't wait to do our 200th special soon. What do you think, buddy?
I'd have to say the same thing. It's been a fucking hell of a ride so far. It's been fun doing.
But we're
this.
not stopping.
We're not stopping. No, we got 200. And hey, it was great having the man who somewhat helped inspire me and Chad to put out the series on YouTube on this show. So 370, thank you for being here.
I'm not actually associated with this at all. That actually is.
I know, but I
appreciate it.
This series wouldn't be here without you, kind of, basically. Because I don't think, and Chad got me doing onto these TEW things from your videos, your stuff. You helped out majorly promoting us this series in the beginning, so we gotta say a big thank you to you.
Oh man, well, much love.
You got anything you want to plug before we go?
Oh man,
the G4 Climax.
The G4
Let's talk about that.
Can we? Because Chad is
Chad, you're in it.
Listen, I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to take away from the magical moment was the 100th episode.
You're in a fucking G1.
But if I could take a moment and say, how goddamn easy the G4 Climax is going to be, and I'm going to win it from my boy Adam Sessler.
Yes.
And it is going to be Attack of the Show, and I'm the show.
Damn.
And I'm going to go extreme all over this place. I'm going to go X-Play on this bitch. All right?
Come on, one more show.
One more show. You can't handle the shows. All right? I'm going to go Code Monkeys all over this bitch. Unbeatable Banzuke, Ninja Warrior, not that American Ninja Warrior shit on ABC, the old school Ninja Warrior.
You better watch out, Mr. Blobby.
You better watch out, Mr. Blobby. You better watch out. What's his name? Fucking the clown from Lazy Town. You better watch out. I'm coming. You can bring any Dragon Ball Z character you want. It won't matter. My power is over 9,000. I am going to... It's going to be a cakewalk. I'm just going to say that.
Holy fuck. Holy shit.
So make sure you tune in to the G4 Climax on 370's channel.
The
link will be in the description because I want you to see the greatest wrestling action in the world from your boy, Chad Talks.
Man.
And with that being said... Thank you all. Make sure you tell us in the comments what has been your favorite thing to happen in the first 100 episodes of the Monday Night Wars. I want to know. I really do.
This Nitro. This is
my favorite.
This 45-minute fucking recording of Nitro.
It's gonna be great. It's lit, as they would say. I hope your pants are on because we got a long ride ahead. We are on the road to the G4 Climax. All right. And we are going to destroy it.
All right, leave a like, leave a comment, hit that
and remember,
button. And remember, everyone.
At the same time, all three of us. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck
the revival.